Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back again today. I'm gonna be talking about the success of the Halloween movie. It did great at the box office, was number one, of course. And I wanted to talk about some of the intricacies of the movie and what made it a good movie and what made it a successful one. Now, starting out, let's go with the characters. Jamie Lee Curtis. I was so happy she came back. I didn't know how it was gonna go. I was hoping it wasn't like Halloween H2O or no crap like that. So when she came back, I thought, yeah, you know what? Let's see how this goes, and it didn't disappoint. She came at this role with passion, with emotion. You can tell she really cares about this franchise. I love the way that they made her more militarized in this role, but I think they could have did a little bit more with that. Had her go like the Sarah Connor route. You know, you don't have to copy a character or nothing like that, but yeah, just a little bit less of the crying in the restaurant and all the neurotic stuff where she's just bumbling and doesn't really make sense. You know, some of the scenes she have where she's trying to warn her family and everything, it just comes across like she's a crazy person, more of a person who has it together, that's very disciplined, that created this house, you know, the haunted house with all these traps and stuff she had set up. Yeah, that person is more militarized, and it didn't match the woman that I seen crying at the restaurant. All in all, you know, with that being said, I do think like she did a great job in this role, and I do hope she comes back to do at least one or two more of these. Next up is the man Michael Myers himself. The gentleman who portrayed Michael Myers in this movie did a great job. His mannerisms was on point. I love the way he walked. He walked like he had a purpose, like he had a plan. It wasn't like Michael Myers going from house to house just trying to kill people. No, he had a plan. He really didn't kill nobody unless, for one, you had something he wanted, like that guy at the rest stop when he took his overalls and boots and stuff, kind of like in other Michael Myers movies. So if you got some clothes that he wants, he's going to kill you. Probably if you're a member of his family, he's going to kill you. But he doesn't just go down the street killing random trick-or-treaters. But yeah, I like the way that he was walking and carried himself with his mannerisms and stuff, because you could tell he had a plan. He had something that he wanted to accomplish. So yeah, I like that aspect of it. Nothing I like was a doctor. That little weird doctor, for some reason his name is Baluch Billinger, I believe. But yeah, he did a great job to me. Just his obsession with Michael Myers and Laurie and that whole case and the situation. Like he said in the movie, this Michael Myers saga of the case took up 40 years of that doctor's life. He said, I've been obsessed with this for 40 years. So that, you know, that line to me gave credence to why he would kill the cop. He didn't want that cop to kill Michael Myers because he felt an attachment to Michael Myers. So again, the characters in this movie were just on point. The acting was on point. Loved Michael Myers, Jamie Lee Curtis, and even that little eccentric doctor. I think he added a different flavor because I'm tired of seeing Loomis. So I felt like, you know, if you're going to bring in a new doctor, he should do good. And I think that doctor did a great job. Moving on is the pacing. I think the pacing in this movie was great. It kind of reminded me of Hereditary, where it was kind of a slow build up into like a very high crescendo at the end where everything just went bonkers and crazy in Hereditary. I feel like in this movie, everything at the end just went basically straight to Michael Myers and murder and violence. And, you know, so all throughout the movie, we were kind of teased with Michael Myers, but like the last 30, 40 minutes, you're going to get a lot of Michael Myers and a lot of brutal killings, which is why we go see these movies. Now, I did hear some criticism online about, you know, it wasn't enough Michael Myers, and I sort of agree with those people, you know, with that opinion. I could have used just maybe a few more minutes of Michael Myers in that psychiatric hospital he was at, just seeing his day-to-day routine. I didn't necessarily need to see his face. I like how they teased that. But yeah, I just wanted to see what his environment like, how he interacted with the other prisoners, how they interacted with him. But other than that, though, I thought it was, you know, the perfect amount of Michael Myers in the movie. And the pacing, I mean, it just matched all the same because at the end, like I said, you got a whole lot of Michael Myers. And next up is the story. It was a really easy story, simple to follow. If you have watched Michael Myers or Halloween movies in the past, or if you haven't watched them before, I think you could have kept up with this movie and followed along perfectly fine. I think the way that they meshed all the other movies and history and lore into this one movie and sort of, you know, gave it a nice good bow, you know, at the end, sort of to tie off the story. I think that was great. The writer, whoever wrote it and produced it like that, did a wonderful job because this was sort of an origin story. Like if there was never any other Halloween movies and you just had this one, this would be a good start. Like for any movie, this would be a good standalone movie, let alone a part of a franchise, just a movie by itself, because you got the history when they were at the beginning, when they were giving you a history lesson about the last 40 years. You got what was going on in the present day, and then it gave you something to look forward to in the future with questioning if Michael Myers is dead or not. So all around, this was a great story. It wasn't too long. It wasn't like an hour, 2 hours, whatever. It was just an hour and 41 minutes. So perfect timing, and they got a lot accomplished in that time. So all in all, I think the characters are great. I think the pacing was great in the movie, how they slow drifted. And then I think that the overall story, even though at sometimes it may have been difficult to follow if you've never seen a Halloween movie, but again, I do think you can still follow along. So I think that the story was simple but best, for what they were trying to do. So all in all, I think this was a great ass movie. I've been to see it twice. I may go see it again on Halloween night, just for a little fright fest. But yeah, let me know what you think about this movie, and do you agree with the fans that it should be in the success the way it is, or do you think that it could have been better? I personally think that it was perfectly fine the way it is, and the success is much deserved. Anyway, y'all, that's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Just much appreciated, y'all. And I'll catch your ass out there in this universe. Peace.
He waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him.